I did lost someone good and missed some good person. You are still young now. I don't want you to make any mistake as I did. Have you ever found yourself snapping at someone you love, even though you didn't mean to? It can be your partner, your close friends, and your family member. After that, you feel super guilty, and you're wondering, why did I do that? I've been there. We've all been there. Lose temper to someone closest to us isn't uncommon, but it doesn't make it less painful. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Phoebe. Today, I want to talk with you about why do we hurt those we love, and how do we stop that in 5 steps. Here's the big one. We often have the unspoken expectations to the one closest to us. We expect them to know all our needs without saying it. We expect them to understand us without words. And if they don't meet our expectations, we get frustrated and sometimes even angry at them. I did wish I knew this younger, because when I was young, when I was dating someone, I always act like this way. I never communicated. I just assume if you love me, if you like me, then you should act like that way. And if you don't do that, it means you must not love me. I can say that I did lost someone good and missed some good person because of this kind of expectations. I knew you are still young now, and I don't want you to make any mistake as I did. If you want your partner to understand you, you have to say it. Understand, communication is the key for a healthy relationship. It's okay to express what you need from them and from your relationship. If after you express yourself and she or he still doesn't want to listen to you, doesn't want to understand you, communicate with you, maybe you should start rethink about the relationship. The second reason we get angry with the one we love is because we have the past unresolved wounds. Past hurts often surface in the heat of moment. Sometimes you didn't even realize that you are acting this way, not because of the current situation, but because it brought up your body's reaction, memory to the past, and reaction to the past. There was a time like years ago, I could easily get in an argument with my mom. Every time she criticized me for not doing something well or giving me any advice, I would get angry at her. Because at that time, I still didn't heal myself. And as I told you, when I was a kid, my parents didn't favor me. They favor my 2 sisters over me, and they like me less. They thought I am stupid and nerd and stuff. So when I didn't heal myself, I was still that her kid who think her parents doesn't like her. So every time my mom did anything, like any suggestion to me, I would assume that she now doesn't love me and she loves my 2 other sisters better. So I get very defensive every time. We all have some old wounds from the old relationship, old past, but we should not let it control us. Letting go of the past is a powerful way to lead a new future, a new situation. Next time you feel triggered, you should ask yourself, is it about now or is it about the old past? Write down what triggered you. Write down what you felt, and then reflect on how you can heal from it. Sometimes simply put your feelings into words can reduce the intensity. The third one, I think we sometimes don't want to admit that it is exaggerated thoughts. Often our anger came from not the reality, but irrational and exaggerated thoughts. Like, if my sister, if my parents, if my partner, if my colleagues didn't act like this way, it must cause blah, 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 a lot of bad outcomes. Sometimes deep down, we even know that we are exaggerating the outcomes, but we just want them to feel guilty. We want them to admit they made a mistake, and we want them to see that we are right. And we are so caught up with the anger we thought we are supposed to have, but in fact, it's no big deal. So next time, when you feel the anger, challenge your thought. Ask yourself, is this situation really as bad as I made it out to be? This situation is a bit difficult, but I can handle it with patience and communication. Fourth, the outside stress and anxious. I could think of a really good example. When I was young, my family was poor and my mom needed to stay at home to take care of us. So my dad was the only one who was out working. Back at that time, he always easily lost his temper at us. And then I was secretly kind of hate him for not being a patient dad. But when I grew up, there was a time I found myself was just like him, easily got angered, triggered. That was a time I was under high pressure of study, working, or breaking up, or just lost myself, not knowing where I am going. At this time, the anger we felt isn't for those people in front of us. It's about the external stress of life. Feeling overwhelmed in general can make us act strongly, especially with the one we love the most. Next time you feel triggered, take a step back to see if this is about this person or about the stress you felt. Set a boundary between between your bad emotions of others towards the one you love. They have nothing to do with the stressful thing you felt. They don't deserve the bad emotions you are dumping at them. The last, emotional safety. It's so much a pity that we always keep our best behavior and emotions to strangers or people not that close to you and give out all your bad emotions to the one close to you. Because when we are with the one we are close the most, we tend to feel the emotionally safe. And this kind of safety could make us let our guard down a little bit too much. We feel like we can be vulnerable and often expressing our frustrations and dump all our bad emotions at them. And they're not going to leave us anyway. Next time, when you feel like you wanted to lashing out with the one closest to you, the one who loves you, ask yourself, does your love, your relationship deserve to be damaged by your raw outburst? Do they deserve to be hurt by your hurting words? They love you so much. Remember, we are human beings. We are not perfect. It is okay to feel this kind of temper, this kind of anger. Do not criticize yourself on feeling anger. But the important thing is you need to learn how to channel all these emotions, let them out in a healthy way. Our best relationships deserve the best version of us. Okay, this is pretty much my sharing with you guys this week. How do you manage your emotions in your closest relationships? Share that in the comments. See you next week. Bye-bye.